Rosabel's here, and we are just a few days off from our next celebration event, the Masses Travels, CN's 6th anniversary event, and our newest Laterano side story. As a disclaimer, some information were from the CN server, so some translations are subject to change, and some details as well. Starting with some quick info, you need to at least clear episode 110 in order to access the event. The event will run for 3 weeks, going live on October 14, 2025. We'll be getting the story stages the first week, the EX stages in the second week, and the S stages on the third week. We'll start this with the big one. We're going to have 5 new operators alongside this event, 2 of which will be free. Starting with the free units, we will have our newest robot, Confess 47, our new 1-star Pioneer Vanguard who can block 2 enemies. It is literally a confession booth. Go figure. Like all other robots, Confess 47 does not count in deployment limit and also has an extra long redeployment time. Its talent is that when it blocks the first time, it gains DP and puts enemies to sleep. At full potential, this gives 4 DP and sleeps the enemy for 8 seconds. The 8-second sleep is honestly wild, but you do have to get it to full potential. Although we're getting this unit for free, the rest of the potentials will have to be obtained through recruitment. Either use the robot Vanguard tag or do like 3 hours of Vanguard plus crowd control. As for our other free unit in contrast, we have Sancta Mixaparato, the coolest grandfather ever. Ugh, I'm jealous of you, Fia. He's our newest 6-star Sentry Protector Defender who has 3 block and can attack from a long range. His first talent gives him additional defense and attack speed for 10 seconds when dealing damage, which can stack up to 3 times. His second talent gives him a barrier when he doesn't attack for 8 seconds. The timer resets when the barrier is depleted. His first skill is a defensive recovery auto skill where the next attack will hit 3 times, each dealing up to 190% of his attack as physical damage, and it will reload 1 ammo to an adjacent Laterano operator if they have an ammo skill up. His second skill gives him a big attack and defense boost, and if he takes lethal damage while the skill is active, he can consume 20 ammo in order to negate the fatal attack. At M3, this skill gives 50 ammo. For his third skill, upon activation, it will reload up to 4 ammo for all Laterano operators. His attack range expands and he will get additional HP, attack, and defense, and he stops attacking. Instead, when he is attacked, he'll launch a counterattack to up to 3 enemies within his range with a decreased attack interval. This is an ammo skill and he will start with 30 ammo. Grandpa's got hands! The other 3 new units can be pulled in the Freedom of Preach banner. That name, oh my gosh. We'll start with our newest 5-star Grace Bearer. She's our first primal guard who can block 2 enemies and inflict elemental damage. Her talent gives her additional attack, and when she kills an enemy that is under nervous impairment, she gains even more attack. That's right, boys, we have nervous impairment on our side. Her first skill will cause her attacks to hit twice, each dealing up to 150% attack as physical damage and an additional 10% as nervous impairment. Her second skill immediately deals up to 250% attack as physical damage to up to 6 ground enemies around her. The damage is changed to elemental damage if the enemies are under nervous impairment. She's just our first primal guard, so I'm excited to see where they take this class in the future, but she's currently not that great because we really need Tragodia to inflict nervous impairment for her to pop off. Her design goes hard though. Next up, we have our standard 6-star unit in this banner, Lemuel! Exusiai's sister is finally here, and she's a Deadeye sniper who prioritizes enemies with the lowest defense in her massive range first. For her first talent, if an elite or leader enemy is within a Laterano's attack range for a given period of time, it will become Wanted. Wanted enemies take increased damage from Laterano operators, and Lemuel can attack all wanted enemies regardless of where they are on the map. Note that this will only start taking effect when Lemuel is on the field. If the enemy leaves the Laterano operator's attack range before becoming wanted, the timer is reset. And if Lemuel is retreated, the wanted status will also disappear. For her second talent, once she's deployed for 20 seconds, her attack will increase and her ammo capacity increases by 1. Note that if she activates a skill before this point, the additional ammo will not be retroactively added. Her first skill is an offensive recovery auto skill that grants her up to 6 ammo, and for this duration her attacks hit up to 2 enemies and deal up to 210% attack as physical damage. Her second skill gives her additional attack speed and attack. If there are wanted enemies on the field, she will consume 1 ammo to launch an attack that ignores physical dodge. She will spend up to 3.5 seconds to aim at the target, with her attack increasing linearly from 180% to up to 425% at M3. If during this aiming period, Lemuen's attack exceeds the target's defense plus HP, she will immediately stop aiming and essentially headshot the enemy. The skill grants up to 7 ammo and will stop once all ammo has been consumed. Some notes about this skill: just like Lumen's third skill, normal attacks do not consume ammo, only the special aim towards the wanted enemies. That being said, if you set up in such a way that you don't get wanted enemies, this skill can have infinite duration and she'll just have that attack speed and attack buff. Finally, her third skill is basically the Gears of War Hammer of Dawn. I wish I was joking. She uses 1 ammo to lock into an enemy every 0.5 seconds with no range limit, and when all ammo is used, she'll launch artillery fire on all locked enemies, dealing up to 300% attack as AoE physical damage, with the enemy at the center taking up to 450% physical damage. This skill has 5 ammo upon activation. Some notes about this skill: the skill still follows Lemuen's targeting priority, which is the lowest defense enemy, and will lock onto all available targets before circling back and retargeting a targeted enemy. The lock-on speed is unaffected by attack speed and attack interval, and each artillery strike triggers 0.3 seconds after the previous one, each one dealing a damage radius of 1.5 in the same order as lock-on. We knew she was gonna be goated when we saw her drifting on her wheelchair, let's be honest. And finally, we have our new limited operator, Exusiai the New Covenant, or Exusiai Alter. Her hair is redder than ever, and she's also a geek specialist who gradually loses HP over time. This is at 1% HP per second and cannot be lethal. Bit sad as a trait, but she'll make up for it. For her first talent, whenever an allied unit consumes ammo, she recovers 6% of her own HP and will have a 25% chance to inflict up to 165% of her attack as AoE damage to an enemy in her attack range. Note the AoE attack can trigger multiple times if multiple ammos were consumed at once. The AoE attack has a radius of 1.3 with a minimum 0.1 second interval between attacks. For her second talent, all allies with ammo gain additional attack, and the effect is doubled for Laterano operators. This is seriously going to be the use Lateranos event. Her first skill is an auto skill that grants 8 ammo. Each attack deals up to 250% attack as physical damage, prioritizing aerial enemies. When the skill is deactivated manually, she fires all remaining shots randomly to enemies within her range. For her second skill, she will steal 70 attack speed, and she, along with the affected operator, will gain a barrier equal to up to 250% of Exu Alter's HP, which will decay over time. Both will also have shorter attack intervals, and each attack will deal up to 290% attack as physical damage. This skill will grant 35 ammo and an additional 5 ammo if attack speed was successfully stolen. The stolen attack speed will last until the skill ends or Exu Alter retreats. A few notes on this skill: the ally Exu Alter will select is the operator with the highest aggression level first, then the last deployed ally, and the barrier will decay linearly over a span of 30 seconds. Finally, her third skill will give her a deployable device called Delivery Coordinates, which can be placed on the field. When this skill is activated, she gets an additional attack, and each attack will hit 5 times with up to 160% attack each hit. If the Delivery Coordinates is on the field, she will deal up to 250% of attack as physical splash damage, and the operator with the longest deployment time will be deployed on the spot with 6 additional SP. This skill grants 50 ammo. Some more notes: the operator that will be deployed will be highlighted in red when Exu Alter is selected. The skill can only select melee operators or operators that can be deployed on melee tiles, but ranged operators can be selected if the stage has no melee range restrictions. The splash attack on Delivery Coordinates will not use up ammo. The operator deployed by this skill will not cost DP, but their DP will ramp up as usual, and if they are retreated, the DP refund is based on their DP cost when they were deployed. And finally, the 5 attacks are attached to 1 bullet, so she will still hit 5 times even with less than 5 bullets remaining. Also note that since all her skills are ammo skills, her first talent is in effect and the AoE damage can still be done. She's pretty sick. These 5 units will receive 50% more trust in the event, though if you've already gotten full trust with OG Exu, it will carry over to Exu Altar. Like I said before, these 3 units will be available in the Freedom of Preach banner and will be rated up. Like all limited banners, we will be given 1 free 10 pull that can only be used on this banner on the first day of logging into the event, and we will also be receiving 1 daily pull on the banner for 2 weeks. Note that the daily pulls do not stack and will expire on the next day, so make sure you log in and do your daily pulls. That is a total of 24 free pulls. Secondary limited rate-up characters include Wizardel, Virtuosa, and Mulesis, though all Celebration limited banners will be available for pulling, but will not be rate-up. This includes W. Rosmontes, Scotty the Corrupting Heart, Neural the Radiant Knight, Spectre the Unchained, and Texas the Amortosa. All these characters will also be available for sparking, where each pull provides 1 headhunting contract, which can be used for sparking currency. Most of them will cost 300 to spark, but W, Rosmontes, and Scotty the Corrupting Heart will be discounted to 200 to spark. Contracts that are not used at the end of the banner will be converted into orange certs, which you can use to purchase materials when you're in a pinch. And finally, as with all limited banners, at 300 pulls, you are guaranteed an extra copy of the limited operator Exusiai the New Covenant, regardless if you manage to get her or not. Now, the stage mechanic for this event is a special tile called the Dreambound tile, translation pending. This tile will attach itself to an operator and will not take any damage nor elemental injury. When an operator is on a Dreambound tile, they will go to sleep. This will both disarm and silence them. They can neither attack nor block enemies, and their attack stat will be reduced to 0. To free them, you will have to fill out the tile's SP bar. It gains 1 SP per attack it takes, or per heal the attached operator receives. When its SP bar is full, it will detach and fully heal the HP of the operator it was attached to before disappearing. I can see this mechanic getting very old very quickly. Moving on to rewards, completing all the stages and challenge modes will award a total of 41 OP, and the farmable items are Aketons, Grindstones, and Compound Cutting Fluids. Clearing the stages will also give us Blessed Pacifiers? Translation pending, which acts as event currency for our event shop. The event shop includes the usual resources and materials, with notable items being Grandpa Potentials, furniture, as well as Amiya's fresh fastener skin and Brocca's rest between set skins if you missed them during the old CC. The fan service is real. And manganese ore is now going to be included side by side with Loxicals in the unlimited shop. Finally, we can stop farming for them. A quick note to new players, I suggest you prioritize getting the furniture and the potentials in the shop first before everything else. This is so that when the event reruns next year, you can get purple and yellow certificates. Now for the other updates, if you haven't logged in a hot minute, make sure you log in because we were given a free monthly card starting on October 8, 2025, so free-to-play players can experience the daily 200 random and the additional sanity pot every login for a month. This is considered as a separate monthly card from the purchasable one, so for those who purchase the monthly card, it will be 1 month of double rewards. Cheers! If you haven't gotten it yet, the celebration background will be given when you log in. Speaking of logging in, there will be a login event where you can get a bunch of useful items as well as a skin for Faunor 0. We'll also have the return of the Lucky Wall, where we can pick 2 lots every day and receive from 200 to 800 random daily for 14 days. There will be a cumulative login rewards for everyone who has logged in for 180, 360, and 1000 days. The auto-deploy feature is now improved. It will follow reverse 1999 rules where it will still run through the stages with your auto-deploy but only once, and this will already count as multiple runs. Huzzah! For the base, we'll receive an additional 3 activity rooms to show off more furniture and increase the trust of more units. And finally, there will be an update to recruitment. Confess 47, Mr. Nothing, and Saga will be added to the recruitment pool. As usual, recruitment will be reset upon update, so make sure you don't have any top operator tags before the update. Moving on to operator updates, we have an update to the Geek Specialist trait. Their HP degradation was adjusted to be slower. Like I said before, it's 1% health per second and is no longer lethal. Operator records and or paradox simulations will be added for Alana, Arene, Broca, Mostema, and Noelle. Operator modules will be added for Liberator Guards. This will add to their trait that, upon deployment, they will immediately receive 100% of their attack boost, which halves the time of the first charge. Which is crazy. Leveling up the module will also improve the operator's talents. For Molnar, for example, at level 3, it will improve his first talent to give him even more attack when he's attacking, and it increases it even more if there are 3 or more enemies. And he takes 25% less damage. You know, because Molnar was clearly not strong enough. Jeez. Some of our new operators will also be released with modules already. Sancta Mixaparato will come with its X module, which will reveal invisible enemies in his attack range. At level 3, it will improve his first talent, increasing the defense and attack speed, and adds a stipulation that Laterano operators cannot lose attack speed once Grandpa reaches maximum stacks. Lemuen will get her Y module, which will grant her an additional SP if the enemy she attacked didn't die. At level 3, it will improve her second talent by giving her more attack, increasing her ammo capacity by 2, and increasing other Laterano operators' ammo capacity by 1. For Exusiai the New Covenant, she will be getting her X module, which will give her a new trait to get 0.25 more SP per second if her HP is above 80%. At level 3, it will improve her first talent by increasing the chance for her extra AoE attack to trigger and increases the damage that it does. Aside from that, some operators will also be getting their second module. Crown Slayer will be getting her Y module, which will give her additional attack when there are no other allies around her. At level 3, it will improve her second talent by dealing more damage to enemies who have not done damage to her, and will increase her stun duration by 50%, which means yes, her S3 at M3 is finally viable to stun lock. Mulesis will be getting her Y module, which adds a trait that the units blocked by her water clones will be prioritized for attacks, and the attacks deal extra damage to them. At level 3, this improves her second talent by adding a stipulation that if a Ryan Lab operator is used for her clone, Mulesis will gain 10 SP, and when that operator is later deployed, they will also gain 10 SP. Silence the Paradigmatic will also get her Y module, which improves her trait to target 2 enemies and heal 2 allies at a time. At level 3, it improves her second talent so that Silence will give a barrier when an ally's HP is less than 50% once. OG Thorns will be getting his Delta module, which gives him a new trait where he deals Nervous Impairment. At level 3, it improves his first talent such that he deals 300 arts damage per second with his poison, and if the enemy is under Nervous Impairment, it is 2.5 times more effective and deals elemental damage instead of arts damage. Dang, Thorns, you're already strong. This is overkill. Speaking of overkill, we will also have 2 more specialized modules added. One will be for Mizuki, which will give him extra attack speed and heal per second during integrated strategies, thank goodness, and at level 3 it will improve his first talent by increasing the number of targets that will receive the additional damage, and Mizuki will pull them towards him with great force. This will have an additional 2 targets when his skill is active. For Archeto, during integrated strategy, she will gain an additional attack range for every operator with offensive recovery skills in the squad, up to a maximum of +3. At level 3, it will add an additional effect to her first talent, which will extend her assisted SP recovery for offensive recovery to all classes, not just snipers. And Archeto's attacks can also restore SP for them, and offensive recovery skills for all operators get an additional 50% attack during their use. Offensive recovery tribal, let's go! Now we go to the store updates. In the yellow and blue certificate shop, the Glen Sonata skin for Asbestos is available if you missed it during the old CC and in the episode 15 open. For skins, we have a bunch of new skins available for purchase, which includes a special live 2D skin for Visidel, a live 2D skin for Archeto, and skins for Mizuki, Cantabile, Fiametta, and Molnar. There will also be a few rerun skins, which includes a special live 2D skin for Virtuosa, Mulesis, Skadi the Corrupting Heart, Kaltset, and W. Live 2D skins for Texas de Omertosa, and another one for Texas de Omertosa, Inez, Spectre the Unchained, Neural the Radiant Knight, Skadi the Corrupting Heart, again, and skins for OG Thorns, Blue Poison, and Ebenholz. A fashion review will also be online, which now contains something like 161 skins. The sheer magnitude, guys. Holy crap. And for those with spendable money, there will be multiple packs for purchase, so we'll get the usual special packs with all the OP, pulls, random materials, resources, and chips. But if we follow the CN server, there should be also a purchasable 6-star selector, which goes all the way back to the Never Gilded Banner or Vina Victoria. Yes, this means Papi is on the selector. Do with that information what you wish. Also, in celebration of the anime, the Kaltset maid skin is now canon, but it is hidden in a paywall. So for those with spendable money, you can buy this exclusive skin that will also change her E1 appearance, and there are also skins for Exusiai and Chen if you haven't purchased them before. Along with the skins, there's some freebies in it, including a 10 pull, so it's up to you if you want to purchase these. And that's it for this update. I'll be streaming the event open and I'll be pulling for the sisters. The update will be done 2 hours earlier so I can stream at a reasonable time for myself. Hopefully I can get both quickly. I have a bit over 200 pulls, but I kinda wanna get Tragodia and Lazy Altar in the future, so hopefully the game will be kind in my endeavors. But now that I said that, anyway, I'll see you guys next time. Bye!